All right. My name, sorry. My name is Maximus McGarvey. I am a cook here for the Boyz channel. Now, as you can see in my kitchen, we got a microwave. You got behind you a refrigerator. It's a very nice looking refrigerator. We got ourselves, sorry, I can't brand that, but we got ourselves an air fryer, a lovely air fryer, in fact. Really appreciate how Ninja gave us this. This was really great, really great. And we even got our own sink, and we got that thing. And look at this beautiful dishwasher right here. This is absolutely amazing. Now, if you come over here, this is our stove and oven. It's very nice, very good. It works perfectly, as you can see. Now, today we're not going to be using any of these really special appliances. As a matter of fact, we're going to be using our trusty old Samsung microwave. Now, as you can see here, it's pretty easy to open and close. Now, of course, first things first, let's address safety. Make sure to take anything that isn't supposed to be inside of your appliances out. For example, this. I don't know where this came from. I think one of my kids came in here and threw it in there. I'll be honest with you. But why don't we get down to business? So first, we have right here the smallest potato you'll ever see. Ain't this genius? Ain't this cool? Now if we come over here and hold on. My apologies, the kids are always putting food and stuff in here. Oh, we gotta shove that there. Perfect. All right, anyway, sorry. So right here we got the smallest potato. We're gonna wash this off really quickly. Now, some people are stupid and they'll use or try to use Dawn dish soap, as you can see right here. Dawn dish soap. They're gonna try and use that on a potato to clean it. Don't do that. You're gonna poison the food. Now, once we're done cleaning it off for about a couple minutes here, and make sure also, I should also say this, make sure you are also hygiene. Take your shower, and also clean your hands before you handle food, especially if you work in an important environment like a restaurant. Now, once you're done cleaning off your potato, make sure it's nice and, dry. Or actually, you don't have to dry it if you really don't want to. So, with this little thing, we're gonna be making a baked potato. Now, I already did this, and what you wanna do with a baked potato, you wanna poke some holes in using a fork or maybe a knife or just like some stick, like a toothstick or whatever it is. You just poke holes in it on some different sides. That way, when you shove it in there in the microwave on your plate, it doesn't explode. Fun fact, I found out the hard way. So now what you want to do, come over here. You just want to grab a nice plate. A nice plate like this. See this? Now, before you use it, this is something that I suggest heavily. Before you use this plate, you should always make sure it's nice and clean. Just like that. Always wash the surface. Because you don't know what grime could be on these things, even if you haven't used it. So, with that being said, let's come over here to my lovely towel. We're going to dry the top of this plate off just like this. Perfect. Wonderful. And while we're at it, we're going to set this down here. I'm going to dry my hands off. Now, with this, you just kind of set your towel back down. And now we're going to come over here to our potato. Now this little thing is pretty small. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to we got ourselves some salt here. Just add a little bit of salt all over the potato, kind of like that. Just a little bit. And then you take maybe some pepper. Then you can add some paprika. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I prefer it that way. Perfect. This is mostly used for chicken, but we're going to make a potato. Now this right here is chives. Sometimes I add a little bit of chives to my greens and my vegetables. All right. Now, once you're done doing all that, you want to come over here, open up your microwave. I have a Samsung, but you might have something else. Just go ahead, put it in there. Now, what a lot of people have is a baked potato, or like right there, potato, on their microwaves as a button, so you don't have to figure out what time it is. However, we have a pretty small potato in our thing, so we don't have a need to do that full 5 minutes. So instead, we're just gonna go ahead and throw it in there for about a minute and a half. Just like so. And that's gonna start. Now, now, when you're doing this, like I said, if you wanna go ahead and just put in the holes using, like I use the fork, it will help to make sure that your potato does not explode. Because if it explodes, I really don't trust that.
It'll be fine, Chef Max. It'll be fine.
All right, so we're gonna stop it early at about 30 seconds. So I'm keeping a close eye on that lovely timer.
Why is that, Chef Max?
Well, because I don't think I plugged in enough holes. And as you can hear, sometimes your potato might start making a fuse sound as if it's about to explode. Now that normally means it's about to explode. But I'm a good chef. So this potato, if we let it run the full 1 minute 30, yep, I don't trust it now. But if we would have let it run the full minute 30, it probably would have been absolutely fine. So as you can see, our potato is nice and microwaved. A little radiation don't hurt. The plate is a little hot. And so we come over here. Now look at this. Let's open up this potato right here. Look at this. If we just go ahead and press it down, just like that. Oh, look at that. All the heat coming off of that, you can just feel it. Now, this potato's a little green. You can see that. So let's move this right here out of the way. There we go. So there you go.
Don't be afraid to manhandle it.
That's inside of the potato. Now, I know it looks a little green. So like I said, our Samsung microwave here, what's a little radiation? So now come over here with me. So we're gonna come into our refrigerator we got here. And we're gonna look for something called butter. Now, if you can help me spot it out here.
Well, what kind of butter do you want?
Any.
Okay, well, this is like spread shit.
There we go.
And this is like spray shit.
Butter.
Yeah.
So this is spray butter. We're going to use this. I know a lot of people probably don't like it, but butter's butter. Now, we're going to come over here, and you see our lovely potato? Nice and buttery. Nice and buttery. Now, personally, I don't like a lot of butter. However, I also like a lot of butter. So, now that we have this all done, we're going to take our salt, put a little bit of salt in the center, since we didn't get into the center like we did on the outside. So the nice outside is a little bit, you know, the outside, it's crispier. But the inside doesn't have the seasoning that we put on. Now, here's where you can add more paprika and chives. However, I prefer just salt and pepper. So we're going to go ahead and put these back inside of our cupboard here. Now remember, kids, when putting away spices, this is something I just forgot, and I'm glad I forgot so I can tell you all. I don't know where the hell he's going. Don't mix your spices with your prescription medications. Why? Because one time, I used all the salt instead of taking my pills. We're back. So, what we got here, I added a little bit of garnish. As you can see, this is a little bit of barbecue sauce. And we also had some extra little spices on it. Now, keep in mind, that's just garnish. You don't gotta eat that. Now, we're gonna bring this downstairs. It's a little hot on the bottom, so I'm gonna use this little pad here we got. Got my little camping chair here, because down here, we like to camp. we like to be down here a lot in our basement because it's usual for us. So here we got our baked potato. Or, look, shit. I got it in the fucking garnish. That shit's chocolate syrup. I'm not eating that. Anyway, we got this right here. Now this is a pretty delicious cuisine. As you can clearly see, we're going to go ahead and just cut a little bit off because I don't feel like eating too much right now. And I'll eat the rest of it later. So, we're going to cut this off. Look at that. That is spectacular.
Yeah, I bet you could sell dog shit to a cat, sir.
Yeah, and and other way around too. Now, we'll go ahead, we'll take a bite out of this. This right here is some of the best shit you'll ever have. So remember, always come down and get some fresh eats from me, the cook. That is really great. That's really great. And no, I'm not just glazing myself. Look at this. In fact, actually, I'm really hungry right now. This is fucking shit. I'm sorry. Camera with a little... I'm a multi-personality guy. Now, we're going to head back upstairs and take our dish that we're now finished with into the kitchen. So come along. Just come on. We're going to head upstairs. So we're going to head in there with cooking our baked potato. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to show you all before we finish today. And that, I don't know. We'll have to find out. Now, if you come over here, we'll just go ahead and do that. Now let me show you something. Now this is my favorite part to do when I'm done with a meal and I didn't quite finish it all. Now, how do I do it?
Yeah, just this way.
All right, look at this. Look at that. That is incredible. Now, if we pull this out here, as soon as I get it, perfect. Now, if only I could show you what it looks like down there. Actually, as a matter of fact, I can just pull out my flashlight and we can show you what it looks like down there. Look at that. There's even a gummy bear. There's all sorts of stuff down there. Lots of